The broadcast you're about to hear is a special sports presentation brought to you by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Welcome everybody, Miller Field. I'm John Hart along with Barry Moore as my color commentary to start out this game. It's the Chamber going up against the Lions here at Miller Field. And we're going to get things started very, very quickly for CC. Actually for the Lions on both. Yancey will be coming up and he'll be batting first here. Jacob Morris will be catching right here for the Lions. Very important game actually coming up. We've got, if the Lions win, they stay right in contention. If Chamber wins, and Morris right away starts out and hitting Yancey and putting him on base on the first pitch.
On the very first pitch. Hit by the pitch. Trots on down to first.
So already Chambers got a very aching runner on first base. Pumphrey will be coming up next. Logan will be behind him. Here comes with a hard hit ball, and this one's going to go right up the middle. Yancey's going around second base, and now they're going to try him at third. If Buhart will tag him, he tags him, and he is going to be out.
Yes, he was.
And I don't think I would have sent that man all the way to third base on that.
No, especially with Logan Powell coming up.
Boo had his thing all the way. Matter of fact, when the runner came around second base, Yancey came around second base. Here comes the first pitch with the ball, number 1. There goes the runner down second base, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. But boy, I'm going to tell you, he had him all the way. There was no way that I would have never sent the man.
And when he runs into Boo, he knows he's run into something too.
Logan Powell is a very, very good hitter if they pitch the ball to him. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Logan Powell.
So Jacob Morris, which had a fantastic game against the Rotary, this one's going to be low. That's going to be in there for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Finds himself with a runner down at second base, and it could have been worse other than that one play at third base. Here comes now with the next pitch, a hard hit ball. That's going to be all the way to the fence that Logan hit, and that's going to hold everybody up. But now, with that big hit by Logan, you got runners on first and third, and 1 runner in scoring position with only 1 out.
And Logan will be going to second on this pitch, you're sure of. With the runner on third.
Well, with only 1 out, do you dare chance to man? You definitely don't want to take him out in one hand. Do you chance to throw it down second base? I don't know. I don't think I would.
They're not going to throw it to second.
Johnny Powell will come out. He will be coaching the first base. Here comes now the pitch. Johnny Powell, by the way, he helps coach Steve Garner. Hard hit ball, and here we go, all the way to the fence. Well, here comes the runathon here. 1 run will score, and they're going to hold the runners up at second and third in a nice double by Logan.
Logan doubles with an RBI. Brings up Josh. He's dropped a whole lot in the lineup since the first of the year. I guess CC wanted to change things up. Like you say, they do need a win here to stay in contention early here.
That was actually RD that actually hit that last one. And that's Josh Combronson's up. So here comes now the pitch from Jacob Morris. He looks now, winds up, and releases. And another hard hit ball. And boy, here comes now the pitch to first. He drops the ball and bobbles it. The run will score.
Everybody's safe.
And now that's going to make it 2-0 in favor of the Chamber against the Lions.
And they are teeing off.
They have hit everything.
Everything that he's thrown up there today.
Yeah, he has hit everything that Jacob has just handed to him. It's been coming back.
Throwing strikes, but...
So Perkins ended up high on deck. Runners on first and third
On the
for
corner.
the Chamber. They leading 2-0. Here comes the pitch, and then another hit. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a race, and he's safe at first base. He beat it out. And that run will score that came in from third. Now it's 3-0 with only one out. Wow.
2 on still.
Well, I don't know if they did any homework or looked at tapes or whatever they did, but boy, everybody seems to be just teeing off on Jacob Morris, and this is something, frankly, I didn't expect.
Well, you never know. That's why they play him. I mean, he was pitching Austin last time out, but, you know, they've seen him too.
And that one came right down in there for strike number 1. But see, Jacob is more of a fastball pitcher.
Yes, he is.
But the trouble with fastball pitcher, you may pitch the ball, you may hit it 60 miles an hour, but they can swing the bat 100.
That's
So that's
right.
a big difference. Another hit will go, and it gets through the second baseman. The runner is going to go on in. He's going to score. That makes it 4-0. They will hold the runner up at third base.
Still on the corners.
Yep. On first and third.
And still only one out.
And Chamber.
And they are just teeing off like batting practice.
No walks in this game. One hit. Jacob started out hitting the first batter and putting the batter, but that doesn't make it really any difference in this game. It's all just hitting off him. Here comes the next one now being there for strike number 1.
Graham Wilkerson at the plate.
We'll see what Wilkerson to do. Purnell will be on deck, and CC is getting ready to go through the entire batting order.
Here in the top of the first.
Swing and a miss. That's in there for strike 2.
And it's still only one out up there.
Wow, I just didn't expect this. Not this early in the game. Here comes Jacob Morris throwing the ball, and that's going to be in there for strike number 3, and that'll be 2 outs.
2 down.
So, Jacob Morris is not throwing bad pitches.
No, he's throwing strikes.
Everybody's got to understand that. He's throwing, these are good pitches. They're fast. Problem is that
They're coming back faster.
Yep. That was a fast ball, and that's actually a
foul ball.
Yep, that's number 22.
He's a minor leaguer, yeah.
We saw him in the earlier game.
Yeah, he's a minor leaguer that they called up because...
And he fouled it back on Morris. Wow.
So
runners on first and third. This one's going to be low, and the runners will steal. Runner will go down to second base. Yeah, he's got it easy.
Yeah.
Wow, this is something. Did you expect this?
No, not at all.
Well, yeah, you know, hitting is contagious, and I think once those bats start to hit, everybody gets juiced up, and first thing you know, runners are going around the bases. Here comes another pitch with inside in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And trust me, none of them want to come back to the bench and not getting hit after everybody's been hitting it. So
they have 2 outs, 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs, but it's 4-0 in favor of Chamber. Here comes the next one, and that's in there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, just like when they were playing the Rotary the other night, the first time Rotary got up, they hit 2 home runs. That one would go low, and now be in there for ball number 3, and that brings the count to full. But
everybody will be running here. 2 down. Foot bases, full count, 2 down. Everybody will be running. I'm sorry to cut you off, John. What were you saying?
Oh, that's right. You didn't cut me off. No. That's fine. But Rotary kind of did the same thing before the game was stopped due to rain. Wow, here comes the next pitch. Nice pitch, strike number 3, and that will retire the side. 2 men left on base, and right here going to the bottom of the first base. At the end of that, we got 4-0. Chamber over to Rotary. We will be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you. All January to May, whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back at Miller Field right here on FM 90.9 WPEX Radio. And we got Ryan Dalton starting off pitching. He's got a 1-1 and going up against Devontae Walker. Here comes the next pitch, will be high, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Boy, Chambers come out swinging the bats just like that, and they got a 4-0 lead right here on the first inning. Here comes now the pitch, and this one's going to be fouled back. I think that's in there for strike number 2. That'd be 3 balls and 1 strike.
3 balls, 1 strike. And if I ain't mistaken, this is the biggest lead they've had all year.
I can't see the pitcher very well, and that one's going to be inside. That'll be in there for ball number 4, and Ryan's going to walk his first batter.
I'll bring up Hunter McCraw.
Hunter can hit the ball.
He did. He can hit. He's a minor league all-star last year.
And here comes now the pitch from Dalton, and Dalton smacks him pretty hard, and he's painfully going to first base.
Tough kid, though.
Yeah, he's shaking it off, but that was you heard that smack all the way through the microphones here. The Lions got runners on first and second. Oh boy! And with that, the first
timeout.
Yep. Now here's an interesting thing. If the umpire calls a timeout and the coaches go up there and talk to the batter, is that counting against the 3?
No.
Johnny. Frank, Johnny.
It's umpire's time.
My child, all right.
When the umpire calls time, it's his discretion. He can.
Where did hit him? It's hit.
But they're checking him, the ball player, because he got hit pretty hard, and he wants to make sure that he's not hurt. That's the main thing. We don't want anybody hurt. So.
Well, they got a trouble is with Chamber. Chamber is scheduled to play Legion tomorrow right here, actually. And, of course, Rotary's supposed to be playing the Crew. Here comes the next pitch. Hard hit ball, center field. This ball's going, and it is out of here. That's DJ Coleman, I believe it.
DJ Coleman. A 3-run shot.
So DJ Coleman was able to tee off on Ryan Dalton. And now suddenly that 4-3 lead, that big lead at 4-0 is a lot closer.
That's right, and bigger still, there's still no outs on that scoreboard. What a shot! I mean, that left here in a hurry.
Well, he came right down the middle on Coleman is what happened, and Coleman just got a hold of it and out it went. There was no question about it.
I'll bring up Jacob Morris here.
Now Jacob Morris can hit the ball too. He's got 1 home run this year.
That's right.
Here comes now the pitch, and this one's going to be in there for ball 1.
Had plenty of offense here in the first inning.
Dalton now winds up the left-hander, throws it way down low. It's in there for ball. I guess that's ball 1 then. I thought it was ball 2, but other one must have been a missed pitch. 1 ball and no strikes now is the count going to Jacob Morris. Here comes the next pitch. And a swing and a miss from Morris. That's in there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's swinging for the fences too. That was a hard swing.
1-1 now is the count. Chamber holding on to a 1-run lead. That one is right in there, but it's a little bit low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And again, hitting is contagious. Of course, Chamber put a few men on, which really shouldn't have been on.
Right.
And then you get DJ, which, hit the ball. That's going to be in there for strike number 2, and that brings the count to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But boy, that could change in a hurry. You get a couple men on base and a big home run hit. Jacob swings the ball, fouls it back, and that's still count remained the same, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, it's just like in Major League. They say those walks will come back to haunt you, and those first 2 really came back to haunt him with that 3-run shot. Hit by pitch, of course. Both of them were hit by pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. RD now looks, the left-hander pitcher for Chamber winds up and throws the ball, and that one's going to be a little bit high, and that brings the count to full, and they don't want to have to put another man on base.
No, but...
that was no outs anyway.
No.
Ryan now looks, winds up, swing, and a miss. Strike number 3, and that will be the first strikeout for Ryan Dalton.
First out of the inning.
Coming up to bat, Keon Booth.
Keon Booth steps in.
Wow, isn't that a change of events? Here comes now
Keon.
the pitch from Ryan. That's in there for strike 1, 1 no balls and 1 strike.
Keon playing first base tonight.
Ryan Dalton winds up, throws the ball. That's going to be in there for strike number 2. Ryan, the left-handed pitcher, I think they wanted to pitch somebody left-handed. And that's strike number 3, and that puts him out. But I think they wanted to bring it to confuse the Lions. The Lions just didn't bite on it.
No.
They wanted to confuse with a left-handed pitcher, and that sometimes works. It didn't work this time. Shelton is up. He can surprise you, too. Here comes the pitch, and that's in there for a strike, ball 1. I'm sorry.
That's Boo Hart.
Boo Hart. Yep, Booth was up. Boo Hart is up. Shelton on deck. Here comes the next pitch. That's in there for ball number 2.
Boo Hart, the third baseman, had a great play in the top of the first to get the out runner coming to third.
Well, that was at the top of the first. Here comes the next pitch. And this one's going to be fouled back. And it's still going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now. People, thanks for tuning in to www.wpexonline.com on the internet. We're broadcasting live today. Here comes now the pitch. Whoa! Boo gets a hard hit ball. Gets it to the second baseman. An easy out at first base. So that retires the side. 1 home run and 2 men that came in. That makes it 3. But Chambers holding on to a 1-run lead. It is 4-3 in favor of the Chamber as we go to the top of the second. We're going to be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, I'm John Hart along with Barry Moore on a cloudy overcast once again. It's the Lions going up against the Chamber. Chamber coming to the top of the second, and they lead 4-2.
4-2, top of the second.
And I think they're at the top of the batting order,
Yep.
Chamber is, and he'll start out with Yancey, and Pumphrey is going to be on deck. And let's see now so far, this has been almost a total offensive game on both sides.
7 runs in 1 inning.
And it's just interesting, we saw that 4-0, boom, boom, boom so far by Chamber. And I said, oh, boy.
Could be a long night, but
Yep.
But
You never can tell. Here comes now Jacob Morris with a pass. That's a pitch. That's going to be inside, ball one. Jacob Morris 2 weeks ago had this absolutely wonderful game against Rotary. Gave Rotary their first loss. And pitched like 15 strikeouts in that game.
wow.
And it was incredible. Foul back to Yancey. That'll bring the count 1-1. And the thing is, you know, every dog has their day, as they said, and Jacob Morris was the dog, and he hit that ball. He hit a home run in that ball game too. I mean, it was his time of glory. A foul down the first base line hits the first base coach, Johnny Powell.
Shows his
Johnny Cole's an
expertise.
engineering friend of mine, so that's why I got mixed up. So that makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Jacob is ahead of the batter. Okay, here comes the next. He swings.
Foul away
and
again.
a foul back, and that still count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. But that was a hard shot, so Chambers still hitting the ball.
That's right. They definitely got the timing down on him pretty good. It's just
Here comes down the pitch,
and
a swing and a miss out in there.
he's throwing strikes. I mean,
Yep.
he's definitely throwing strikes. They just getting him his timing down, and he was a little late on that swing, but
Well, he must have fouled that back because this count still remains 1, and this one is a swing and a miss. Now he's out of there.
got him.
Yep, got him on that swing and a miss. That was a low pitch, though. Actually, he shouldn't have gone for that one. But
Well, maybe not, but he don't care because there's 1 out on that scoreboard, and they're getting that first out is a big thing. And that brings up Logan Powell.
here comes the pitch from Jacob. That's going to be low, ball 1. Logan Powell.
No, that's not Logan. That's Chris Pumphrey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Drew Pumphrey.
Yeah,
excuse
Drew
me.
Pumphrey. Logan Powell's on deck.
On deck. There you go. Pretty 1-2 punch up here at the top of their lineup.
1 ball, no strikes. That one just barely went below the knees. I'll be in there for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike goes to Pumphrey. Pumphrey is a good, solid hitter. And he'd like to get a good, solid hit right now. Here comes down the pitch. And that was in there for strike 1. Kind of a strange angle we have here at the White Elephant.
2 balls
Here-
and 1 strike, though. Still.
Yep, here at Miller Field, and I couldn't really tell that, but that one you could tell. It was right down. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Now the count goes 2-2.
A big swing, too, by Mr.
Yep.
Pumphrey.
Powell's on deck, and Dalton is in the hole if they get that far. Jacob Morris is trying to get that first out, though. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be close. That'll bring up full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chambers hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. They lead the Lions.
I think it should be 1 out, didn't?
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go with that. High fly ball, and that's going to go foul out of play.
Yep.
And out of count still remain full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It is 1 out. They don't have it on the scoreboard, but it is 1 out. He struck out.
Well, as Robbie would say, never trust that scoreboard.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
You never want
But
to trust that scoreboard.
there is 1 out. They struck out the first batter of the inning. So.
Yes, he sure did. Yep. In fact, he struck out Yancey to start.
That's
with.
right.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Jacob Morris winds up and releases it. That's
in
kind of
his
a
eyes.
change up, and it went
Too
outside, too high, ball 4, and that's a base on balls now, and that will bring up Mr. Troop and Mr. Logan Powell. Dalton will be on deck, and Bronson will be in the hole for the chamber. Jacob looks and kind of digs a hole a little bit, stretches out now. Here comes down the pitch, way high, ball 1.
Gets by the catcher, but he catches it. Gets in front of him. Throws it back.
Pumphrey just kind of remains right there at first base.
Tie and run. He's not in no hurry to move down quite yet. Not with, but 1 out on that scoreboard.
Here comes Morris winding up. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. Nothing you can do about that. All the way to the fence on the ground. Here comes the runners will round second base. Will hold up at
Now he goes.
hold up at third. Actually, the third base coach was going to send him in. He was sitting there trying to
should've-
go in,
I
and,
believe-
and Pumphrey said, no, I'm going to stay right here.
I believe he's going to wish he had went.
Well, thing is, you do got no outs with
That's
runners
no-
on second and third.
Yeah, we have one out, though. That's
Oh, one out, I'm
scoreboard.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, still only one out in 2 minutes scoring position.
Right, exactly. Base hit will score both, so.
Yep.
And there's a hit.
And here's a pitch
to the third
Booth
base side.
bobbles it. He's going to get free, and bases are loaded.
No.
And now there's a fumble on there, and now here comes the runner will come in, and everybody will advance.
Safe.
Run,
That
and everybody's safe, and that brings up 5-3. Not quite as hard as they were hitting it in the first inning, but the hit is still pretty hard. One went all the way to the fence, and the
They are hitting
chamber,
the ball.
yeah, the chamber first floor is still knocking the daylights out of it. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch from Morris. Hard hit ball once again. It goes to the first base. They pitch it. A bad throw. Run will score. And now they're running it to the thing. They're going to try to get the man at home plate. And they don't do it. 2 scores are going to run. And that is 6-3 just like that.
2 RBIs for Bronson on a fielder's choice.
Oh, boy. And the Lions is just making now errors and is letting Chambermen run in at will.
And those errors are come back to haunt you in big ways. They're just like base on balls.
7-3. Jacob Morris shoots this one down there. Runners will
Bronson
advance.
go.
And they're going to try it. Don't go nowhere, and that was bobbled. But he did a good job keeping it in front of him.
That is the man who hit the home run, DJ Coleman, out there playing defense there. Shortstop, DJ.
One ball and no strikes now. I believe it's Bronson, is it? Or Perkins?
Go Bronson.
Bronson.
No, Go Bronson is one that just went to third.
Oh, so this
should
must
be.
This is Dickerson.
That would be Perkinson. isn't it?
Perkinson. Oh, I see the P
Stevie
here.
Perkinson.
Perkinson now. See, he's up and are still with with one out and runners on third base. Here comes the windup from Jacob Morris, swinging a miss in there for a strike number 1. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. So Perkinson, they got to deny Perkinson on getting on if the Lions don't want this game to get away from them. Foul back, strike number 2, 2-2 his account.
Yeah, but the way everybody's been hitting it.
You don't know what this game is going to do.
Averaging 7 runs in here.
7-3. Chamber has built up some more runs. Jacob Morris for the Lions. He throws this one a swing and a miss. And that'll be strike number 3. And that'll be the second out.
Let's see if they'll put it up on the scoreboard.
Well, Hype is coming up next. Wilkinson is going to be on deck for the Chamber.
And, of course, we got a minor leaguer taking Pinnell's place. So.
And that's going to be swing and a miss. It's in there for strike 1. And again, guess what? They almost went through the entire batting order.
Definitely got a chance to.
Yep. And that one's going to be in there for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. The count with 1 out, with 2 outs actually. Somebody is messing up there. They're not pushing the buttons like they should. That's okay. Doctor said I was 20/40 on my vision today, so that means if I see 1 light, maybe 2, I can't see. I can't tell. Who cares?
No, it's only 1 out there, but it's still 2 outs.
So that one was a low ball thrown by Morris, and that brings up 3 balls, and is that 2 or 3?
I got 2 balls, 1
2
strike.
balls and 1 strike. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch, and this one's going to be in there for strike 2, and now we got 2-2 count.
2 strikes, 2 outs.
7-3 here in the second inning. That makes sense. Here comes now the pitch. Morris winds up from the stretch position. Here comes a ball that's hit right to the Morris. Morris going to fire that home plate. He misses it. And the runner is safe at first.
Everybody's safe.
And that will score another run. Now it's 8-3 in favor of the Chamber.
And that brings up Graham Wilkerson. And like you said, very close to batting around again.
And they're just knocking the daylights out of poor Jake.
Well, they're hitting the ball. That's for sure. Not hitting it as hard, but the errors is what's hurting the Chamber right now. I mean, not the Chamber, but the Lions. The errors. I mean,
I haven't been keeping track of that.
Well,
swing and a miss. I'll be in there for strike one ball and one strike.
Well,
now,
just that,
Wilkinson.
that previous batter, I mean, that was hit right to the pitcher, and he just went home with it. And
here comes the next pitch. Now be way up there at the shoulders. I'll be in there for ball number 2.
I believe I'd have went to first on that last one, but with 2 outs. I hope they know that it's 2 outs. That, he maybe
2 balls and 2 strikes, and the runner threatens to go down first. Now he's going to go on back. Brings up full. Oh, actually, it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Right.
Not quite full count. Here comes now the pitch. That's going to be
way
right
high
at the neck end. That's going to put a base on balls. And now Jacob walks another man.
Walks and errors.
Wind kind of blowing a little bit. We hear that out there. 8-3 Chamber lead. They got 2 outs. Runners on first and second right now. Jacob with a pitch and Ferguson hits it. They're going to get him at first base. They do, and that retired aside.
Got him at second, but
so we got 4-run score.
Yeah.
4-run score. We got 2 men left on base. So as we go to the top of the third, it is 8-3 in favor of the Chambers over the Lions. We will be right back right after this.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595.
Okay, back to Miller Field. Here comes now Ryan Dalton, still in there pitching.
Sweet.
Sorry about that. Kind of coughed a little bit. Here comes the next pitch. It's in there at the knees. That'll be in there for ball 1. While I was doing that cough, I guess it's not the cough that carry you off in. It's not the cough that carries you off, but the cough to carry you off in. Here comes the next pitch, and he zinged that one down in there. That'll be in there for strike number 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch. Strike 3, and he's out of there. So Ryan's kind of coming along now and starting to pitch some serious strikes.
This is Jeremy Worley, the second baseman.
Where we are in the
Right
lineup
here, Jeremy Worley.
Yep. And that was in there for strike 1.
Got 1 down.
So 1 down. Here comes Ryan now with a pitch for the Chambers. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 2.
Yes, he settled down a whole lot here.
Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3, I believe. And that's the second out.
Second down, 2, and that will bring up Chris Tucker.
So now Ryan is starting to take the wind out of the
Yes, he is.
out of the Lions sails there. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And now he's really coming the ball down there pretty good.
Yes, he is. But they are at the bottom part of the order, though.
Here comes the next pitch. Did he break the plane? No. Well, they say he did.
Okay, well.
Strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Struck
just
out
like
the
that.
side. Boom, boom, boom.
3 up and 3 down. No men left on
That's
base.
what they're doing. Yep. That's what they needed, too.
And we'll go to the top of the third. Right now, folks, it is 8-3 in favor of the Chamber going up against Lions. We will be back right after these.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Back here at Miller Field, right here on www.wpexonline.com. I'm John Harlaw with Barry Moore, and Barry is going to take over the play-by-play right now, as we discussed earlier, at the third inning. It's 8-3 in favor of Chamber. Barry?
All right. Ready for the pitch. He's still on the mound here. The first pitch of the inning is low and away for a ball. Who is this? Our statistician has left us today, so we're trying to do this on our own.
Well, I think it is that Tucker. Oh, Chambers up.
Yeah.
I believe it's Yancey back up again.
Okay, top of the order. Okay, Yancey. Fouled away. That's 1 ball, 1 strike to Mr. Stephen Yancey.
Yeah, you have good nights and then you have not so good nights. And the thing is, Jacob has, he's thrown good, but they're just hitting off him.
Last pitch is low for another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So it's 2-1 now, and again, Jacob has got to start striking these men out.
Yes, he does. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. 2-2. Pretty pitch by Mr. Morris. Here we go. He's set. He's a tall kid. And here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Drew Pumphrey.
Up to bat, Drew Pumphrey.
Well, that's exactly what they needed to do. They needed to get that first strikeout. If the Lions want to remain in the game, they can't put anybody on base.
That's true. Here's the pitch to Pumphrey. His swing and a miss. No, it's hit into right field. That's a strong single for Mr. Pumphrey.
Yeah, he got right past the second baseman and just kind of hit it on, and the right fielder had to come over and threw the ball in, and that was a nice single.
Yes, it was. Brings up Logan Powell.
Up to bat, Logan Powell. On deck, Ryan Dalton.
Looking to pad this lead here. They got the meat of the order coming up. Swing. Foul out of play. 1 strike to Mr. Powell.
Yeah, and that ball was kind of spinning the right way. If it was spinning the other way, it could have bounced in. And,
that's right.
And first thing you know, that would have been that would have been another one of those potential for disasters.
There you go. Swing. Hit, but fouled way out of play. That ball was tagged too, buddy.
Well, that's hitting for somebody's car is what was going to happen to that one.
I just hope
I'll
it ain't
tell you a
mine.
little bit about what happened with Matthew Hart the other night during practice.
All right.
But here we go.
There's the pitch. Swing. Fouled away again.
Boy, that was close.
He's getting his timing down, I'm telling you.
Wow, that one went down the third base line. It was just a little bit to the left.
Shot, too. I mean,
if that would have got on the other side of that base, everybody would have been running round and round.
Extra bases.
Yep.
Pumphrey probably would have scored, but he held up last time on it, one of those runs to third. And we'll see. Logan gets set. Here is the pitch. And it's away for a ball, and there goes Pumphrey. Takes second on the overthrow.
And Pumphrey was doing some motoring down the second base, and he got up there and stand up. Good base running by Drew Pumphrey.
So, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is hit all the way to the wall and right. Logan is on his horse he's going to go home, I believe.
No, they're going to
hold him.
Yep.
RBI triple for Logan Powell.
Well, that was one of those line hits down the in right field. Went past the first baseman and just kept right on going. And that's a nice stand-up triple for
Yes,
Logan
it
Powell.
is. But the thing of it is, too, they're giving him that line. And, they could come over to it, especially Logan is known to hit that way quite a bit. That brings up Dalton. Ryan Dalton, the pitcher.
Dalton knocks one into the parking lot there, and some nice expensive cars. Just hope you don't hear there's a certain sound to a breaking glass with a baseball.
There you go. Dalton gets set, and we got no balls, 1 strike, 1 down.
Peter, that's what during practice Matthew hit one like that, and I was out there retrieving home run balls,
right.
And I heard that and find out it was my own car.
Oh man!
But it didn't break the windshield, but it did hit the hood.
Fouled away, straight back behind the.
Yeah, I do got a little dent in my hood. Where
no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. No, 1 on. Fouled away again. And they are getting their timing down on Mr. Morris.
Yeah, and not only that they're getting the timing down, but they're hitting it in places that are hard to get right down the line sometimes. Right. And that's a hard pitch that's a hard ball to pick up and throw around the base, especially the first base. He can actually beat him out almost like a bunt would be.
Right. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Looks low. And it is low according to the ump. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a runner on third, 1 down. And a 6-run lead here for the Chamber. There's the pitch, swung. And it's hit to the shortstop. Third to first is in time.
He did
got him. But the run will score. He did give the kid an RBI. And that makes it a 9, I should be, or 10 actually.
Actually 10
to 3. All right. This brings up Josh Goldbronson, the first baseman. Swings and a miss. Strike 1 to go.
And and Jacob Morris is just doing everything that he can. He's doing the best that he can.
Just hitting him.
And they're just hitting him.
Here's the pitch to Josh. He waits, looks, and it's a ball. Ball 1, strike 1.
Rotary is picking their balls to hit quite well. They're waiting on the ones that they need to wait on.
That's
but
right.
boy, they're hitting
off on the ones that get the way they want them to be anyway. There's a swing, and it's a hit over the center fielder's head. Bronson will go for 2. Here's the throw to second, not in time. He's got a stand-up double and an RBI, and that will make it 11-3 here for the Chamber. And this one is getting out of hand.
Well, the ball was thrown back into play. Actually, it was hit way out there to the fence, but it was thrown back all the way to play, and the second baseman again missed it, and it came. Jacob Morris kind of backed him up, but it was too late. The runner had already made it to second base.
And that brings up Stevie Perkison to the plate. Stevie Perkison is our left fielder. Well, he started there. I don't know, they change him up sometimes, but as of right now, we'll go with him being the left fielder, Stevie Perkison. We got 2 outs on the scoreboard. There's the pitch, and he's fouled. Back down to the third base side, right there in front of the on-deck batter. He picks it up and throws it in.
And boy, the runner on second base, he was ready to go, man.
He was.
He a base hit. He was coming on, going and home.
Well, I think you can do that. Got some good coaching here on first base with Mr. Johnny Powell. He's keeping them alert. That is a strike 2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, struck him out. And that's going to do it. That'll end the inning, but another big inning for the Chamber. And we'll be right back.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and...
All right, we're back. We got one strike to the first batter for the Lions, and that is... Trying to see down...
That's in there for a strike.
We got two quick strikes.
One ball and one strike, I believe. No, that's two.
That is two? Okay.
Yeah, two. Hit it two.
One ball, two strikes to the batter. That's right in his face and his eyes. Ball high. Two makes it 2-2. Strike three called. Got a home plate umpire. And that puts the first out up there on the scoreboard.
Frank Walker's the umpire today.
That brings up, that was Devontae Walker who struck out. This brings up Hunter Quick Draw McCraw. He is catching tonight. And he has got a good bat. Yes, sir, he does. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Swing! And he was swinging for the fences, Mr. Hart, there, I'm going to tell you.
I tell you, he had brought that bat all the way back to Boston. He wanted to see that thing go.
I'm telling you. Strike one to Hunter. That's up in his eyes. Ball one. Actually, 2 balls, 1 strike.
RD is trying to keep this rotation going.
Ooh,
that
that's
was way
inside.
behind, yeah.
3 balls.
And that one just kind of got away from him a little bit. It kind of went kind of behind him. It may have been even an attempt of a curveball and just slipped out of his hands.
It's like full count. There's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up DJ Coleman, who's already hit a 3-run shot earlier tonight. DJ Coleman. We got pitch.
I believe that's in there for ball.
Ball one. Like I said, this angle is hard to see, especially.
You want to see where I'm at.
Oh, there's a shot going to hit right to the shortstop for the second out. Good play. Third out. Third out.
Logan Powell was able to come across and get it for the third out.
3 up, 3 down. As the chamber has quieted them here in the, what is this, the third?
Going out to the top of the fourth.
Top of the fourth. We'll be right back after these messages.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
And we're back here at Miller Field. The top of the fourth. And we still have, looks like, Jacob Morris still on the mound for the Lions. No.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and, Does it make any difference? Well,
down by
no.
7, though. I
Yeah.
mean, I let him go as, I mean, anything can happen. Here's the first pitch fouled away.
And the thing is, if they had a game to play tomorrow or something, then I would consider getting him out of there. At least have him a couple before the weekends. But no, since they have no more games left.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah,
2 strikes
right in.
quick.
Yep.
I believe this is Stevie Perkinson at the plate. No, I believe that's, excuse me, I believe that's Mr. Hyde at the plate.
Matthew!
That'll bring up Wilkinson. Now be on deck then.
Okay. 2 strikes quickly. Swing and a miss, and that will sit him down for the first out. And just when we start talking about him pitching, he throws 3 pretty pitches to get the first batter relatively quickly.
Well, Jacob has had pretty pitches.
Yeah, well, that's true. He's been throwing. I mean, he's throwing strikes. There's no doubt about that. And that will bring up Graham Wilkerson with 1 down here in the top of the 4th. He's set a little low. Will be ball 1 to Graham.
A lot of mistakes and errors that was made by the lines, which kind of put them in this position.
That's true. But a lot of hits too now. I mean, they both started hitting the ball all at the beginning of the inning. I mean, the first inning. But here is the pitch, and it is ball.
Well, here's the thing.
2 balls, 1 strike.
When you're looking at the first inning, though, remember they hit one got on base, and then you had the home run by Coleman.
Ball was high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's pitch coming up. Let's see. He's going to have to come straight down to Mike. And he did, and he picked up a strike. 3-2, full count. Full count to Mr. Wilkerson. And he loses him. Gives him up to walk. Puts a runner on first. And our minor leaguer, Tyler White. I figured it was Tyler White. Tyler White steps in. He's a minor leaguer that they had to call up to play tonight. And he is a hoss in that minor league now, I'm going to tell you. Good basketball player as well.
Well, this is about the 3rd time they brought him in because, during the draft, we knew they were going to come up short in players.
Hit to it gets through for a base hit. There's a base hit for Mr. White.
Wow.
Advances the runner to 3rd. And that's going to bring up top of the order and Stephen Yancey. That ball squealed through there.
Squealed right through the second base.
That's right.
Went right on out to the right fielder.
Top of the order again. Stephen Yancey with 2 on. 1 down. They got him on the corners. I have a feeling Mr. White will be trying to go to second. And there he goes.
No problem at all, and they didn't even try to get him.
Well, the runner on 3rd, and he's fast now. He's a pretty fast little kid. Not kid, excuse me, young man. There's the pitch. Looks like a ball. It is. 2 balls, no strikes on the scoreboard. 1 out. 2 on, and both of them are in scoring position. And this will put them. There's the pitch.
I think Jacob is still throwing strikes. I mean, it's not a bad pitching game by Jacob Morris.
No, like I said, he's throwing strikes, but they just.
And that was a little bit low there for a ball 3, but
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 down.
With runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Swing, fouled away. It's going to make it 3-2, full count. Ball gets away. The runner is coming home. Plate to plate. Got him. No, he's safe.
He's safe.
Safe.
Now it'll be 11-3.
11-3. That was a close play at the plate from this angle. So that brings up Drew Pumphrey again.
the sadness of sorrow.
On deck, Logan Powell.
Drew Pumphrey steps in for the third time tonight. Runner breaks to second base, and he'll get there easily with another runner on third. No throw down. We got one strike, no balls, one out. An 11-3 ball game here in the fourth. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Mr. Pumphrey.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, I think the Lions, if they had a reset button, they'd like to reset this first couple of innings of this game.
There's the pitch, and it's hit hard into center field. It's going to the wall. One run will score. Here comes another run. 2 RBI single for Drew Pumphrey as he continues to hit the ball hard. And it doesn't get any easier because here comes Logan Lillywop Powell.
Bang, bang, bang. I mean, and that is exactly what they're doing here
Every
in this
time.
ball game, the whole ball game. And they're just hitting. Nothing really big, no home runs or anything. They're just hitting.
There's another hard hit ball to the shortstop. They're going to second first. Got him? No. Did not get everybody safe. A fielder's choice that went awry.
Well, Coleman picked the ball up and dropped it. He was able to pick it back up, but then he wasn't in time enough to tag the runner out as first. I mean,
Didn't look like he really knew where he wanted to go either. That's the problem. He didn't know whether to go to second or try to get further. Anyway, here's the pitch. Fouled away to Ryan Dalton. One strike, one out, 2 on.
On deck, Josh Bronson.
Ryan Dalton, you know, he bats right-handed, but he pitches left.
Yeah.
So he's one of those type of players, and that's pretty good. That says something.
Yeah, my nephew.
He's lucky that ball went foul, because if that ball had been straight, that would have been another double
2
or
runs.
triple. Yep.
Fouled away again. RD hanging tight with these foul balls. Oh, no balls. 2 strikes to RD.
Jacob Morris is intimidated after beating Rotary so bad.
Everybody's moving up on the pass ball.
A double steal. That's no surprise there. But the way Jacob Morris was striking out, players like Vaughn and the Cobra and all that. But
swing, fouled away again. 1 ball.
But in this case,
2 strikes.
In this case, it's not like that in this game. It seems like the harder Jacob pitches the ball, the harder they're hitting
it back. Like I said, they got his number. Looks like tonight, but that happens to everybody. I was watching the Giants game the other night. Linthicum, the player he just got shelled and had to leave early. So it happens to the best of them. Here's the pitch, swing, fouled away again.
Another lucky one. Because if that would have straightened up, went it right a little bit more, that had been a lot of men would have been running around on the bases.
Just a little bit late swinging.
That would have scored 2.
Yeah,
that would have scored 2.
There it is again. This one is up the middle for another base hit. All the way, center fielder bobbles it. 1 run will score. Here comes another run. 2 runs will score, and it's going to be a 2-run RBI. He's going for 3. He's going for 3, and he's coming home. He's coming home, and it's going to be
infield home
run.
Well, yeah, we talk about it over and over again. I know you people out there are probably getting, tired of the same old song, but it does happen, and that's why we got a 16-3 ball game.
That's right, and it's.
But they're hitting them and banging and banging, and I'm not so sure. I don't know. You know what?
It might get him out because you don't want to rock his confidence.
Well, it's not only that, but there are times even a slower pitcher might end up doing a better job.
That's right. Here's the pitch, fouled away.
Right in front of our broadcasting booth.
Yeah, this is Josh Bronson.
Now they're trying to hit us here. By the way, Chamber is looking for their first win.
That's right. Mr. Powell there trying to tell us, watch out over there.
He's hitting Heather hard on top of the white elephant here. Yeah.
There you go. Mr. Bronson steps back in with 2 strikes.
Yep, strike 2. Yeah, Frank all the way over
That
here.
will be strike 3. That will got him. And they'll put and that will bring up.
I thought it was strike 2.
No, it was strike 2 into that one, and it was. That brings up Stevie Perkinson. 2 outs. There's hit to the second baseman. He bobbles it. Safe at first. He throws it back. And they're playing.
I tell you one thing.
Perkinson.
That ball for the Lions is a hot potato.
I'm telling you.
They're picking it up and dropping it as soon as they're getting it.
This brings up Mr. Height. Jamie Height.
And they're in danger of going through the batting order
Here we
again.
go. Again. I can only imagine what this scorebook will look like.
Well, when you're back in school, when you used to do them SRA tests.
That's right.
You used to fill in all
the circles. They're filling in plenty of circles up there today for the chamber.
That's what that thing's going to look like.
There's a pitch, and it's hit hard to the first base side, right at the first baseman. He grabs it for the third out, and that will end the inning. But another big inning for the chamber as they lead 16-3. And we'll be right back after these messages.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today.
And we're back here in the bottom of the fourth. And there's the pitch. First pitch of the inning. Gets away for a ball. Who is that on the mound? Is that?
That's still RD.
RD, okay.
Oh, yeah, pitching?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still RD.
All right. Mr. Dalton's still on the mound. Well, with a 13-run lead, he's kind of can relax now and throw the ball. Just play catch with the catcher, so to speak.
Well, he could walk 10 players and still stay, and still be okay.
That's right.
You got a lead like this.
Here's the pitch. Looks like 2 balls, 1 strike.
Things have gotten quiet here at Miller Field.
Yes, it has. Except the bats for the Chamber of Commerce. There's a hit. Goes into right field.
Jacob made a nice, Jacob, don't get too complexed with him because.
That's right, he'll put it out here in a quick.
He hit that ball extremely hard and just got right in the hole there and went all the way to the right fielder.
Brings up Keon Booth. Swing and a miss. Mr. Morris takes a big lead, but it's going to come on back. 1 strike on Mr. Booth here. Here's the pitch. Swing. Fouled out of play. Mr. Morris will have to come on back.
Yeah, Jacob got a little bit of free exercise there as he's going to have to come back on that foul ball.
That's right.
He was going down to second base.
Mr. Booth got 2 strikes on him really quick here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mr. Booth. And Mr. Morris is still hanging on to first base. There's the pitch. Swing. They must have messed me up on the scoreboard. No, they is.
They got him striking.
That's right, striking him. I thought it was 3. Brings up Big Boo Hart, the third baseman.
Second time we see him, and he had a pretty big hit in the first time he was up.
That's right. Big Boo sits in. He backs out on a ball that was thrown rather fastly up. I don't think that's actually a word, fastly, but it went up there and got pretty quick.
Now there is.
One strike. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, we're going to put that fastly. We'll put that in a hard dictionary.
There you go.
We'll use that quite a bit from now on.
Don't tell anybody because I taught English today. Now I don't think they can use that as a word, but swing and a miss again. Mr. Hart is down 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mr. Boo. Fouled away to Boo. Still got 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the 4th inning.
Son of Missy Hart.
Yeah.
Or Melissa Hart, which is the commissioner of the Major League this year, and is doing a good job.
As always. Here's the pitch. It's high. It's going to even things up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And they got him.
They got him at second.
No, they didn't.
No.
Someone yelled, "Got him!" But
okay.
He didn't look like he was safe.
I didn't think it. Morris so goes to second. Now he's in the scoring position. We got a new. We got a player coaching first base. Looks like. Boo swings and a miss, and that will put up an out on the scoreboard, and that brings up Adam Shelton, the right fielder, with 2 down, 1 on.
Up to bat Adam Shelton. On deck, Jeremy Worley.
Here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, this will mean that if Chamber does hold on to this lead, it means Rotary is going to take a commanding lead in first place.
Looks that way.
But they got to go up against a good VFW team tomorrow.
Crew Burkeville team, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is VFW, yeah. The other one's Legion. Okay. Chambers got to play Legion tomorrow if the weather holds out.
Right. One will be here, one will be at Crew, right?
Yep.
That struck him out. That will end the inning. So, had 1 left, but no runs come across. And we'll be right back after these messages.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crew. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Two-step.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
And we're back here at Miller Field, and while we were gone, a funny thing happened. The ball game ended. The dreaded 10-run rule at the end of 4. As Chamber of Commerce wins, and that tightens up the standings here a little bit. I think that is Chamber's first win of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly right. It is their first win of the year, and of course, that's going to put Rotary in sole possession of first place because they just basically beat the Chamber 2 times.
That's right.
And the only loss that the Rotary's got against these Lions. So
and that's the only game that they've actually finished, I believe. They haven't played a complete one since.
Well, tomorrow could be an exciting day if the weather holds out. Well, the weatherman don't sound like he's going to cooperate with us tomorrow. But the way it stands tomorrow now, the Lions have got to bye. They don't have to play any more games this week. Now, then the Chamber is going to be hosting the Legion from Crew right here at Miller Field.
Right.
At Beamer Field, Rotary's got to go up against a very tough VFW team. So that's if those games actually will take place.
What time are those games?
I'm not exactly sure. Do we have the...
I'm assuming the one here will be at 2 o'clock like usual.
Well, I know our game, which is Rotary's game, is going to be at something like at 3 o'clock here at Miller Field, 5 o'clock at Beamer Field.
Okay, so it's going to be an hour starting later tomorrow than we've been doing.
Yeah.
3 o'clock then. We'll be here again tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the, well, actually, y'all will be here before then for the minor league game. But I will be here at 3 o'clock. And we'd like to thank everybody for joining us. And good night, everybody. Thank you, John, for having me.
And no problem. My pleasure having you along, Barry. Want to also thank Heather Hart on top of the White Elephant in that danger zone where all the foul balls sometimes goes.
One more.
And, of course, Jenny, we call her the Jenny Bug, but Jenny doing the switching, doing a lot of switching, by the way. In fact, she did the switching for the whole game. So we want to thank her behind the scenes. And, of course, Robbie for just staying out of the way and letting us do our... No, just kidding.
And one more thing I'd like to add. We've got a member of the Care Med softball team in here. And they won tonight 6-3, I believe it was. Okay, and thank you, Faith. All right, that'll do it from Miller Field. Well, good night, everybody.